Richard Samuel opens as the tailback. We'll see a lot of the freshman Isaiah Crowell. Big hole on that much criticized offensive line.
And that's all they worked on all week long.
They practiced in pads both Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's highly unusual for Georgia. Samuel in trouble this time. He got banged down behind. 38th consecutive start. Ben Jones, the center, 37 straight starts. Dallas Lee's a new starter at left guard for the injured Canarius Gates. Murray dumps it off short for the fullback. Gilmore, one of the best corners in the country, where the coaches thought he had a bad week last week against East Carolina. Spurrier said it was his worst game as a Gamecock. Murray, as was the case last week, running for his life. Crowell, the true freshman and running back, another one of the most highly recruited players in the country last year. Crowell, part of a big-time recruiting class dubbed locally as the Dream Team, finds another hole, bounces off some hits. He's into the secondary. And down at the Gamecock 25. Last year during a redshirt season. He returned to running back this year, and he's in. Behind Bruce Figgins, the fullback. He follows that blocker. Got tripped up and stumbled ahead.
Where it shows up, and you can see Swearinger comes down and plays like a linebacker. But that defensive line really shows up in the pass rush. Right now, they're getting mauled.
Samuel, no score. Murray under duress again, forced to throw it away. Wilson, Georgia. From the 42, Isaiah Crowell did well to get across the 40. Got
things. I remember talking to John Riggins how hard that is to develop. Crowell comes by it naturally.
Following blockers around the corner. And another long run by. Just moved from guard out to tackle this year. Now a senior. Murray out of the gun. High throw.
Look really small.
Richard Samuel, the tailback. He gets the call off right guard and got slammed down after a gain of 2. They're just 2 out of 13 against Boise State on third down and 0 for 2 today. Try to surprise with the run. Crowell tripped up from behind. That's it for years to come. Aaron Murray under center. Starts with a play-action pass. Dumped off to the fullback. Bruce Figgins rumbled down the sideline. And deep tight end group. That's why Figgins moved to fullback this year. He wasn't going to play much at tight end. Richard Samuel tackled at the line.
Haven't heard much out of Clowney. Of course, he's over Cordy Glenn.
Samuel again found a hole. Well, he tripped himself up. 9 yards. This is a shorter third down. They try to convert for their first time today. Interesting formation. Wildcat. Isaiah Crowell. Well, now back at tailback. Aaron Murray under center. Sophomore from Tampa. Hands it off to Crowell. He got rocked and still went forward.
Mike Bobo's a good one, too.
Brandon Boykin is on the field. Defensive back. He had an 80-yard touchdown run last week. Another third down and 2. And the South Carolina 16. Murray given a nice pocket. Throws. Tipped. And almost intercepted. Field goal that missed. They've been to the South Carolina 19, the 21, and this time the 16-yard line. And all they have to show for it is 6 points. Of their entanglements with the Big 12. Bruce Spurrier really asked him, well, that's a really won't make much difference. We're not going to recruit in Texas anyway. Isaiah Crowell. South Carolina brings a blitz, and it pays off as Murray got in the spring. Third straight Mr. Football in South Carolina to play for the Gamecocks. 3rd and 16. Isaiah Crowell Another one of the
great receiver is the ability to separate at the crucial point, and Alshon Jeffrey did just that.
hand off to Malcolm Mitchell, freshman wide receiver, going across the formation, and the Gamecocks. One columnist in the Atlanta paper today said Mark Richt's approval rating in these parts is at about 5%. Murray forced to pull it down and run, and has room, and a first down. What a run by Aaron Murray to the 40. First team preseason All-SEC. It's a conference that lost several headliner quarterbacks after last year. And off to Richard Samuel.
Because the missed assignment or the ribs is yet to be seen, Sean.
He had some problems in pass protection last week. Not unusual for a young player. Samuel.
And Samuel is not a make-you-miss type of guy, so when he starts piling up the yards, you're doing well up front.
He's 243 pounds. Bouncing off bodies. Ahead for Murray, looking to the sideline. Now maybe changing the play. Well.
Of an unprepared defensive front.
Cornerback Brandon Boykin on the offense again for Georgia. Murray, lots of time, going deep, has a man, touchdown! Georgia back on top, 13-0. Aaron Murray, a 26-yard touchdown pass to Rantavius Wooten.
Oh, C.C. Whitlock on the outside right here. Looks like they're going to play zone back underneath. Now, once he gets into that secondary, this safety is gone. This turns into a one-on-one with Whitlock. And his eyes right there, he bites back inside, and it's over.
.203 left. One timeout for Georgia after the short kickoff. The line of scrimmage at 33. Screen too high. Murray again forced to step up. And he's upended at the 35. What's swirling around about Coach Richt? We love Coach Richt. We want to continue to play for him. Murray on 3rd and 8. Dropped. They couldn't believe it here at Sanford Stadium. Melvin Ingram went 68 yards with a fake punt. They say he can throw a football 70 yards, and he is a very good punter, left-footed, even though he throws right-footed.
Ribs for Georgia, and South Carolina's Sean Carson out with a knee sprain.
So credit to John Butler, the special teams coach, with a good call. 3rd and 9. Murray throws, caught, first down. 50. Murray. Aaron back to pass, just a 3-man rush, lofts it up and almost intercepted.
Now they're just going to swing Crowell down that left sideline. And what they're hoping is that Stephon Gilmore will bite on that inside route, and that allows the back to get down in that vacated area, but Gilmore plays it perfectly.
Richard Samuel reverses his field. Now there's some running room. Picks up a block from Murray, the quarterback. There's a flag down.
He's improving. He's gotten better from a year ago.
There's it short for a short game. Dad Dennis, a civil engineer, a lot of his biggest customers are Gator fans. They couldn't believe his son went to Georgia. When Aaron visited here, he fell in love with Athens and this campus immediately, like the coaches. Like top of those standings too. Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards. 1st and 10, Georgia down by a point. After the good punt return, they're at the 43 of South Carolina. Screen, Isaiah Crowell. Down to the 20-yard line. Owens ran the play down from behind. 1st and 10, Georgia in field goal range to reclaim the lead, but they'd like 7.
One player, that's impressive.
Here comes the rush, and Murray got it off, and it's incomplete.
Pack the ball, he let it come to him.
Back to the screen again. Crowell inside the 5. Touchdown!
Earlier, and he came right back to it, and the whole key is to allow them to come in. which they do. They actually caught him in a stunt, and Clowney can't catch Crowell.
An embarrassing display last week on the sideline. Isaiah Crowell.
Nothing but getting better and better. Every snap he takes is more experience, and he's just going to continue to get better.
Rush after Murray, got it off, and a flag thrown.
He'll hop right back up, and he does.
And we'd already committed to Georgia. The coaches weren't all that happy when we told them we wanted to go back and play. There's a fumble recovered by Gilmore. Heading the other way for the Gamecocks. Looking for blockers. Stephon Gilmore down at the 5.
Nobody had control, and no control was gained until Stephon Gilmore picks it up. And then what a fantastic job of weaving his way through it, trying to find his blockers. You called it right. He picked them up and then came back to the other side.
Looked like he was slowing down there. Problems in recent years with early losses. Avoiding that today. The East Carolina team that was in the bowl game last year. And Murray on 1st and 10. Bobbing and weaving. Flag down. He's down. Get bigger and stronger, and then look out.
And technique.
4.540.
Yep.
Long arms. 1st and 20. Murray steps into a throw. Intercepted. Another big play by South Carolina. Antonio Allen brings it in. The linebacker.
Well, he played terrific last week, and he's following up again today. They come with the blitz inside. They know now that you're matched up man-to-man. Now, he's going to hold outside position, which is great, because all you're doing is you're taking one thing away, and you force him to go inside where you can make the play. As a defender, that was played perfectly. Was trying to get to Orson Charles, who we have not really called his name much, but he held the outside, which gives you only one way to go, and then that's the way you play it.
On their own 12-yard line, Aaron Murray out of the shotgun. Short completion to Tavares King. 7 yards.
Then immediately looked ahead, went over to his offensive line group, told him to stay focused.
2nd and 3. Malcolm Mitchell, the freshman. 3 wide receivers for Murray, again out of the shotgun. 4-man rush, but they put pressure on. Floater is caught by Marlon Brown. Wednesday, seconds of the 3rd quarter. SEC opener. And the teams picked 1st and 2nd in the SEC preseason poll in the East. South Carolina 1, Georgia 2. 5 yards.
Brandon Boykin in the backfield here.
Defensive player seeing some snaps on offense. Malcolm Mitchell looking for a block. Blitz. Murray saw it. Hits the slant. Marlon Brown battling. Down near. Boykin still on the field for the offense. We haven't seen Isaiah Crowell at running back since his fumble. Good catch on a high throw. Malcolm Mitchell. 2nd to short 2. Or a long 1. Depending on how you look at it. Crowell drives for the 1st down. Murray on 1st and 10. Another quick punt. Michael Bennett in the secondary. In the end zone. Touchdown. Samuel, the running back. South Carolina rush 4. Murray with time. Has his man for the 2-point conversion. Aaron Murray and the Georgia Bulldogs talked about how desperate they are to win games, to try to help the job security of Mark Richt. Murray put the team on his shoulders on that drive. Has a high percentage chance of making it from 57 yards. So that would be from the 40-yard line as the line of scrimmage. Crowell gets them closer. Crowell up to 103 yards rushing. First career 100-yard game. Murray just did get it off, and it's great for the Gamecock defense. Now one of those pesky third downs that have been problematic for Georgia in their first two games against these ranked teams. And what a catch! And that catch almost as big. And the 24. Open in the flat. The fullback, Bruce Figgins.
You know, if you look at his body of work, Sean, ever since he threw the pick, it's like he's dialed in and he's focused.
Isaiah Crowell delivers the stiff arm. Touchdown! Today, the important extra point makes it a 4-point margin. 15-yard touchdown. Back and forth we go in Athens. 3:21 to go. All three timeouts. South Carolina doesn't have any. Three wide receivers, and Murray couldn't even complete his drop. Then he fumbles the football. Jadeveon Clowney knocked it loose, and Melvin Ingram has scored again. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Watch Clowney up top. He's going to take that hard inside move. They're bringing a blitz, and Melvin Ingram was on the outside. He was the second part of that rush. Well, Clowney knocks the ball out, and Ingram just cleans it up.
Murray steps up, runs, stayed in bounds. They'll stop the clock for a moment to move the chain. And a touchdown on an interception return. Murray giving time this time. Cuts it short. Crowell dropped it as he crossed him. Murray looked to his right, then threw complete to Malcolm. They winded after the chains were set. Murray going deep. One-on-one coverage. It is caught. Touchdown. Question was Tavares King in bounds? The answer is yes, by an inch or two, with the official right on top of it. Might have gone away with a little shove into the back of C.C. Whitlock.
Whitlock had decent coverage, but boy, you really like the decision of Murray. He knew he had to.
Ace Sanders, the only man back deep, and he's at the 25-yard line. 10 men up for the Gamecocks. High in the air it goes, and control.